this is your first time here, I am totally honored to have you here. Everybody else, welcome back. What we try and do each week is use something from my grandfather's letterpress cabinet to produce a project on one of our 3 really old presses that could be encouraging, could be thoughtful, thought-provoking, and sometimes silly. This week is an encouragement to somebody going through some tough stuff. I make a mistake and it ends up actually making a point better than even the print itself. Stick around and see how that turned out. Also, Eleanor, our 123-year-old printing press, gives me another run for my money. She almost brought me to tears. And after this project, I went and got some help. Stick around to the very end and see what I added to the press, which will make the next print a whole lot easier. My wife always says that I look like Mr. Rogers in here, the way I go through things. So I figured I'm going to go full Mr. Rogers. I'm not going to change my shoes, but I will put on my printing hat and my apron. I wear the hat just so that the wrinkles on my bald head don't distract you from the beauty of the printing. All right. I have a few people in my life, I'm sure you do too, going through some tough stuff. And they may be feeling a bit like a failure. I have this idea, it's a saying that I have used for many years as an encouragement, and I hope that this will be an encouragement to your people, maybe perhaps to you. It has been to me. It is a saying about failure. Failure is an event, not a person. So today, I want to print an 8.5 by 11 reminder that failure is an event and not a person. And maybe we can encourage somebody today. Let's go. Because we're printing this as an 8.5 by 11, which is this size. This is the size that the I Am Yours print was done on. We'll be able to do it on Miss Eleanor. And we're not going to get any bigger than this right here, which is the Yours right here is a 12-line font. We'll do the same thing for failure at the top right here. That's as big as we'll get. That way we'll be able to fit the whole message on the sheet. Let's gather some type. All right, here's all the type. I think I still may need to shorten up the spaces between each line, but we want to get it into this chase, which is made for Eleanor, our 8 by 12 Chandler and Price. Ta-da! I actually didn't know that would work. Okay, so now we're going to get our chase around the type. We're going to get our furniture in and our coin and our key to help lock it, and then see if this bad boy is going to print. I grabbed all the furniture and the spacers that we're going to need. It's actually not that much. We're going to do just a two-sided squeeze. We only need one coin, which we will get, and lock this up. Just one of these and one of these. All right, let's lock it up. All right, this is looking really good. Our last move is the John Sanders move. Again, as a reminder, that is a mentor of mine, a good man who taught me. I'm not going to say everything I know because that might embarrass him, because I don't know a lot. But this is his move, John Sanders move. If nothing falls out, it's better if it does actually here than over there. Everything is holding up. You can see the lockup looks pretty good. You'll notice it's kind of skewed over to the side. It's because I know how this is set up and I'm kind of anticipating that. So hopefully I nailed it. We'll find out very soon. Let's go get some ink. I was just getting ready to start printing, grabbing some ink, and I looked at one of our prints, one of our projects that we did, and I thought, you know, I probably need to practice what I preach. So I'm going to oil Eleanor a little bit before we get printing. I thought we'd go with a Pantone 300, kind of a bit of a blue. It is really blue. This is what it looks like, at least here. There's our F for failure. Now we'll mess it up. Whoops. Okay, we'll put our rollers in. We will smooth this ink out. Okay, I think I've got this going in the right direction. Scrap. I will show you the first print, no matter how bad or good it looks. Here we go. I knew I was gonna do that. You guys, oh. That is the best. That is hilarious. Failure with the failure spelled wrong. Oh, that's almost prophetic. I love it. Yeah. I don't have gripper bars, which is what I need to hold this bad boy down. I may have to tape it down. I did not take, I looked for some after the last time I used this. Last time I used Eleanor for some big print, but anyways, that is funny. Okay, I've made a few adjustments, but one thing I did not change was the E. It kind of felt right to misspell failure. I mean, it's kind of the point. Here we go. Now I knew that was going to do that, so I stopped the roller. Can't figure that out. Now one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the press every time after each imprint. I'm going to stop the rollers high and pull the sheet off because it's sticking. If I do get my hands on some gripper bars, which would hold the sheet down, I will do that. I have not figured out, I have not found any. I've looked around, and but that's what we'll do. This is not the greatest way to do it, but let's go. Whoop! Didn't get that one. It's an event, not a person. Ooh! Stayed. It's an event, not a person. Ah! Now I just imprinted the tympan, which is this part right here. That's not supposed to get ink on it. It looks cool, but it's not supposed to get ink on it. But just an event, not a person. I inked up the rollers and the disc a little bit, actually. A lot of it. Okay, guys, that was pretty funny. I cannot believe I made the mistake of misspelling failure, but I'm really glad I did. I think it turned out pretty awesome, and it makes a pretty good point. Still haven't quite figured out how to run Eleanor with lots of ink, but I think I'll figure it out once I get some things called gripper bars, but we shall see. For those of you who it really bothers that the word failure is misspelled, I would be one of them. A little bit OCD, if that's what it is. So just for you, I got that. And whether you are experiencing failure or someone else you know is experiencing failure, I hope you will remember for yourself, or perhaps for your friend or your loved one, that it is an event and not a person. Be encouraged. We will see you with less blue on ourselves next time.
Ink on my fingers and paper in the air. Old presses rolling like they just don't care. Stacks of newsprint and broken chairs. This old print shop's got stories to share. Hear that click-clack, make a rhythm and a rhyme. Typewriters singing one letter at a time. Rolling drums and beating hearts align. In this print shop we freeze moments in time.
Here they are. They're kind of homemade, but shout out to Alex Watson. When I went and told him that I was brought to tears on this project right here, I said I couldn't find any gripper bars. I will find some original kind. He said, let me show you mine. And he showed me some that he had made. And I went to the hardware store, made these. Check this out. See that? I'm ready next time.